New laws in California while Nike is being looted. Let's get into the show. It's going to be a long show today.
I'm in shock. Look, what? Oh, my good loving. I'm in shock. They young as hell. They got trash bags in their pockets. They really taking the whole store. Security.
Why the worker looking at them?
What do you see right there? Let me ask y'all a question. If you got to look closely, that is a woman. That is a girl right there that is helping to loot the Nike store. New laws in California. New laws, we're going to get to all the fuck shit today. New laws in California. Not only did they tie the hands of the police department, the prosecutors, your legislative branches, all of the people that you voted for. Here, let me rewind it for you. I want you to be able to get the full thing.
They really taking the whole store. Security.
Why the worker looking at them?
Look, this is a woman right here. That's a girl. That is a girl that is helping to loot the Nike store over in California. They're walking in with trash bags in their pockets, and they are basically clearing out the store. This is your culture. You know what the funniest part about this whole situation is? Let me play some more.
Only in the fucking Nike store in Watts will the kids come in and rob, and they don't do absolutely nothing. They are filling up their whole bag. Do you hear me? She asked me if I want to save my card on file. Thank you.
And nobody cares. You know why they don't have masks on, Q? Because ain't nobody tripping. Nobody is tripping. Nobody cares. You know what we see this as? The workers still doing their job. It's just normal. This is happening at the Gucci store, the Louis Vuitton store, the Nike store, Walmart, Valmart, CVS, Walgreens, the Asian store, the Ching Ching Chong store. It's happening at the beauty supply store. It's happening everywhere, right? So here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? We say that the environments that we live in is oppressive, right? We say that it's systematically set up for us to do this shit on a regular basis. Okay? Check it out. What happens when you remove, because we remember when y'all was saying that we need less police? Remember when y'all said defund the police? Remember when y'all said that social workers would come in and talk to people in order to convince them to do the right thing or fix their domestic disputes or to solve for problems? Remember when y'all said y'all can self-police y'all own neighborhoods, that all of the men and all of these people would be going around having conversations with the youth, convincing them that they would do things differently in order to prevent them from being able to get killed from the police? Remember when y'all did this? If you look at every single video on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all the way across the board, you know what the common denominator is? Every single person that is running in and looting these stores, that's running in, busting up the jewelry stores, that will run into the mall and do it, you know what they look like? It all looks like this. Even if they create laws that says you won't go to jail if you go out and steal, would you still steal? If they created laws and they said, you don't have to worry about bail because we're not going to keep you under this oppressive bail system that Jay-Z and Beyonce advocated for, would you still go out and do crime? If nobody is looking, would you still do the right thing? Because everybody is looking and we're not doing the right thing. We don't do the right thing as a community. Everything that we do, all across the board, we are black people in the United States of America from the optics of what it is that, and see, this is not the news reporting on it. This is people with their own camera phones, and they are living out this nightmare on a regular basis, and they just picking up their phones and they recording it. So you can't blame it on the news. You can't blame it on agendas. You can't blame it on the oppressive system, because ultimately what it comes down to is that, would you do the right thing when nobody else is looking? So now that we know what the answer to that is, and we don't have to answer that, we don't have to be specific about it, we don't have to answer it all. Let's just get straight to it. Now that we know what the answer is, right? Now that we know whether or not you would do the right thing if nobody else is looking, here's my question for you. When we take into consideration everybody that's running up in these stores, when we take into consideration everybody that's in Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all of this, when we take into consideration the music and no other point of music, pop music, country music, are they glorifying and advocating for fucking up the community, having children out of wedlock, scamming, running up in and killing your ops, dealing drugs in the community and then trying to turn it into a positive business? Never do they do that in any other community, right? And so now that we know that black people in America is the new Sodom and Gomorrah, all right? Not all, but a large majority of it. And so when you speak to the majority. Now that we know that this is a real thing, if we just want to have real talk, we steal, we kill, destroy. The only time that we come together in solidarity is if we see a white person that we want to beat up. We just seen that from the last conversation that we had about Alabama. We don't hold each other accountable. We don't push each other. We advocate for the worst things in society. We opening up our relationships in order to have other people fuck on our chicks now. Dudes is now in relationships where a woman can have multiple different husbands. We have the highest STD rates in than any other community, even though we only have 13.6% of the population. Atlanta, who is supposed to be a black mecca, is fucking trash. Houston is the new Atlanta, and they have an STD epidemic that is largely running rampant among black women. You can't find a single black woman above the age of 35 in order to date that don't have a child and a munchkin that's running behind her. We absolutely are the worst ones when it comes to the least educated, the most enrolled, the most in debt. We don't have our households in order. We continue to advocate for this bullshit and fighting. The only time that we want to have a conversation and go against each other or align with each other when we want to have a common enemy that looks European, right? Right? Fucked up all the way across the board. We can't even fuck right. We can't get nothing together. And then y'all keep talking about how we need to go and get Africa together. Africa don't want you niggas. The good parts of Africa, they like, man, you can keep them Americans over there. They over there fucking up California, Chicago, Alabama is now on the chopping block. We just got some progress in Alabama with Carly Russell. Now this is what we doing, right? Houston, Atlanta, New York, Detroit, Memphis. Look, hold on. Look at the difference between Memphis and Nashville. Look at the difference between Memphis and Nashville. One of them is thriving, and they play country music. All of the country stars go there. They open up new businesses, bars. Kid Rock went there and opened up a new business. He can go over there and scream on stage, and ain't nothing gonna happen to him. Young Dolph can't fucking go to Memphis, though. Yo Gotti can't go back to Memphis and ride through without a ton of security, though. Kid Rock can walk through Nashville and I don't like Bud Light, shoot it. Dolph can't go over to Memphis, though. Gotti can't roll over to Memphis without having a whole goof troop behind him and making sure that we good. See, this is the shit that Umar Johnson and them need to be telling y'all in real life. They over there selling y'all a motherfucking dream and keep telling y'all that y'all enemy is the person that is this ghost of a white man who they fucked up. If you walk down Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia, they way more fucked up than black people. They lost their women way before we did. And then we couldn't find the opportunity to capitalize off of it and say, ooh, white man is fucked up over there. Let us get a little bit closer. But black women was like, listen, let's go ahead and tear up our families too. We love feminism. The only time we follow people is in the worst situations. So now we embrace they shit. Our communities are significantly more fucked up than theirs because we less than the population. And then we fill up the prisons. We put the cherry on top of it. We fill up the prisons. Now, both Memphis and Nashville is both in Tennessee. And the interesting thing about both of them is that they both in a state where you don't have income taxes. They have the same opportunities. One is a predominantly black city. One of them is a predominantly white city. Which one do you think that I'm going to go visit? And y'all want to keep on following behind these people that's selling you this narrative instead of understanding that the enemy is in the mirror. It is you. You are your own worst enemy. And then you keep on posting on Twitter and Instagram talking about how your ops and these people that's trading against you. What about the people that you fucking traded against? We have the lowest tax rolls. We take up the most resources. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Y'all wanted to do this today. This is the direction that y'all wanted the show to go in. Okay. I tried to keep it positive. I had some stuff lined up for y'all about how a woman turned her real estate business into $3 million and all of that. No. You said you wanted to go down this nasty fucking road and you wanted to go into the dark places of the internet to really uncover the truth because you wanted to have a conversation with me and hold me accountable. I see demons. I see people that are under. Let me tell you what I see when I see the black community. Underfunded on their retirement accounts. Unwilling to hold themselves accountable. Know who the killers and the dealers are in their community, but refuse to clean it up. We can fix our own communities. You don't even need the police to. You don't need nobody. You don't need the Federal Reserve. You don't need the guards. You don't need money. You don't need nothing. All you got to do is call the police on the niggas that you know is doing the shit that's poisoning the communities. And you know what you gonna do? You not gonna do nothing. Your grandma is literally a prisoner in her own home and she can't leave out at night past a certain time because she know Ray in there is out hunting. They stealing, they killing, they driving around in Chargers and Challengers and Hellcats. They making a lot of noise. They fucking up the cement on the street. They dealing drugs in your community. They killing the ops. Some baby is going to get hit by a stray bullet. Thankfully, it's not yours because then you ain't got to deal with it and you ain't got to advocate for it. We ain't got to have a fish fry and do another GoFundMe. You motherfuckers don't even have no money in your retirement. You die and you continue to leave a stain on the community. You drown the resources out. You a heavy burden on the tax system. We keep funding that shit. You fuck up your schools. Your kids is bad as fuck. We can't get no teachers to teach them because they ain't got no self-control. They ain't got no self-control. When they go to school, they like monkeys. Read over there laughing. I'm so serious. They grabbing all of the fucking tablets. They don't bring them back to school at the end of the year. They drawing their books. Every time I used to go to school, first page, it's a penis drew in the book. Always from a nigga. It's always a penis drew on the first page in the book. Yo, I swear to God. I live in a place, I pay an egregious amount of money every single month to live where I live, right? No sooner than I seen the black people move in, I get in the elevator. You know it's the truth, Rita. I get in the elevator. I go up. I get in with them. I see them in there giggling, right? I said, oh, God, what did they do this time? I go out. I get back in. They took some soap. And on the stainless steel inside of the elevator, they drew a bunch of penises and balls. On the stainless steel, they drew a bunch of penises and balls in the elevator. I said, now we got to fucking move. Now we got to move. The movies that we love the most, Paid in Full, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, Tales from the Crib, Don't Drink Your Juice While in the Menace in the Hood. No, this is what you niggas wanted today. This is what you wanted. You wanted this. You wanted this. You wanted to have a conversation. See, the white people can't tell you this. The white people can't tell you this. I'ma say what I want to say when I want to say it.